Prepare now before the March 25th lunar eclipse in Libra. Well, good morning, good evening, crypto astronauts, wherever you're tuning in from, and welcome back to the Bitcoin and crypto paradise. Things are going well in this crypto paradise, so let's talk more about this. Let's dive into the Bitcoin charts and also the Bitcoin astrology. That's what we do on this channel. But this is not financial or investment advice. I'm Jack, I'm an engineer gone crypto astrologer, and my mission is to help you succeed in arguably the greatest wealth building opportunity of our lifetime and be a change agent to create a better world. All right, so let's take a look at what we're seeing in the astrology, what the planets are doing right now. Okay, as we take a look on this fancy software, it shows exactly where the planets are in the sky on this lunar eclipse. And so we have the moon right here, it's opposite the sun, and the earth is in between. So this is what creates a lunar eclipse. It is a full moon, and I believe this eclipse will be viewable from places in the United States such as Texas. So everyone who's going to these lunar eclipse gatherings in Texas, I'm sure are gonna have an amazing sight to see here. Now, a couple things with this lunar eclipse is we have, if we see from the point of view from the Earth, we see Venus and Saturn are going to conjunct on March 22nd. And so that's going to create some hard lessons in reality with relationships potentially, as well as money. So everyone get their ducks in order. Make sure you're treating your spouse very well. Make sure you're treating your loved ones nicely. Make sure you're taking care of your relationships, and everything will be fine. It's only if there's any major things that we're not dealing with in our relationships that can blow up and create arguments and conflicts and those sort of things. So we don't want to lead in those types of situations at this time. The good news is that Venus is actually making a positive sextile with Jupiter at this time. So we have very good luck energy as well to clear up any negative karmic things or arguments within our relationships. Why are eclipses important? Well, typically they mark major endings and beginnings in our lives. They also mark major shifts in the world, so major world events. I remember the eclipse very clearly back in November of 2022. Literally marked the day when the FTX collapse happened, and so many people lost their money in crypto. It was a terrible event. So I'm not saying that something as crazy as the FTX collapse is going to happen, but I'm also not counting out any major world events that could happen at this time. So what's happening on this lunar eclipse on March 25th? We have Venus sextile Jupiter. That's actually a positive aspect there, and that is good potentially for crypto. But we also have the Venus conjunct Saturn, which is a bit negative, but that happens on March 22nd before the eclipse is coming up. So there is definitely potential for a market dump at some point, probably in March, and we'll see what happens because Venus conjunct Saturn, I mean, Saturn represents the planet of limitation and contraction, hard lessons in reality. So we'll see what happens with that. We also have the moon with the south node in Libra, highlighting legal contracts as Libra rules those contracts, relationships, and where we're giving our power away to other people. The shadow side of Libra is people pleasing. Sun in Aries is highlighting where we need to take charge of our lives, blaze our own path, and stay true to ourselves. So where do you need to be more independent in your life right now? Where do you need to step up and lead and be your own authority? This is what Aries represents. Now, specifically with the Bitcoin astrology, I literally take the birth chart from Bitcoin, the Genesis block, the first block of Bitcoin, which arguably is the Bitcoin birthday back in January 2009, and I look at this chart and see what aspects the planets in the sky are hitting the Bitcoin astrology chart on the day, on the moment of this March 25th lunar eclipse. So we have the Sun square the Bitcoin Mars. This is a negative. So we could be seeing a dump or some negative news or negative price action on this specific eclipse. We also have Uranus is no longer sextiling the Bitcoin Uranus that was in transit the last couple months, and Bitcoin has hit an all-time high. It's actually done even better than I was thinking. Bitcoin is just going off on a rampage, but we are losing this. Uranus is no longer sextiling the Bitcoin Uranus, so that could be a little bit negative. We also have Saturn sextile the Bitcoin Sun is coming into orb during this eclipse, so that's positive. So anything negative that happens is probably going to, like if there's a dump in the market, it's probably going to get bought up pretty quickly. So that's very good news. Another note is I took a look at the Ethereum astrology chart, and Ethereum has Saturn sextile the Ethereum Pluto in orb at this time too. So that's looking good for Ethereum. Ethereum could be doing pretty well at the end of this month, potentially heading into April. So let's take a look at the charts. Let's see what's going on with the Bitcoin chart here. One thing I was mentioning before is that the Uranus conjunct the Bitcoin Uranus has been in effect all through this incredible price action up here, and is now coming out of orb pretty soon, right as Bitcoin is topping out. If we look at the hourly chart, we can see back in around March 6th, we got this major dump and we got a lot of volume going on here. So we got a major market shift, a lot of liquidations here, but these quickly were bought up and we quickly started making higher low, another higher low. I mean, each of these dumps, you see, we saw dumps there, but it got bought up, and then another time dumps here, but they got bought up very quickly. And again, we got more dumps here, and those got bought up, and we just keep making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So this is continuing to be very, very bullish price action for Bitcoin. As long as we continue to make higher lows, we're just continuing to march upwards. And it's not until we see some price action like this where we start going down and we start taking out these higher lows and we start going to creating lower lows that we can then start to be more concerned and start feeling like the markets are heading to more bearish price action. One thing that's very interesting is on the day, this is the daily chart, on the day of March 5th, we had this major dump, this major liquidations that got quickly bought up the next few days. But if we look at the volume was very high, and we hadn't seen this level of volume, I believe, since the FTX collapse. As you look back here, we didn't get daily volume this high since the FTX collapse, and also since the Luna collapse. So typically volume that high just marks a major market shift. And so it looks so far that we're shifting into very bullish price action. This dump was completely bought up, and within days we surpassed and created a new high here and then led into an all-time high. So far this price action could not get more bullish for Bitcoin. Now I also want to look at the total 3 market cap, and these are the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I took a Fibonacci line from the all-time high all the way down to the bottom, and we see this green line here, which is the 50% level. We have surpassed the 50% level. This is huge. It has taken us how long? Ever since April of 2022 to get back above these levels, and this is very, very bullish price action. If we look back at the year prior, or the bull run prior, back in 2020, once we surpassed this green line here, this 50% level, we got a little bit of resistance and some choppy price action, but soon, within a few weeks, we broke out into all-time highs, and we never looked back for a couple years. So if we zoom here on the daily, we are just heading up, creating a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher lows. Now we could see, just like 2020, we could start to see some choppy action before we continue to head upwards, and it could be a very fast move upwards like we did in 2020. Now this is Ethereum. We are seeing Ethereum hold up pretty strong. We're continuing to create higher lows. Besides this major liquidation on March 5th, we're continuing to march upward. We are starting to see things pause a bit for Ethereum, but if we take a look at Solana, check this out. We saw this major correction liquidations, but was quickly bought back up on March 5th, March 6th, March 7th, and then we're creating a higher low, which is bouncing right off of this green line, which is the 50% level, which is extremely bullish to bounce off of that. And we are just heading upwards. Now, I'm definitely not saying Solana is a buy right now. However, I'm not counting that out as things are heading upwards. It would be good, and what I'm looking for is another correction down at some point to be able to buy that up. Now, before we get to the Bitcoin predictions, I have a very, very huge announcement that I'm very excited about. All right, so we have the crypto retreat, the very first crypto Astro retreat ever in Bali, in the beautiful island of Bali where I live. I've been living here for 4 years. My daughter was born here. It is one of the most magical places on earth, I believe, in my experience. One of my favorite places. That's why I live here full time. So I decided that I'm going to be running this retreat for those interested on September 7th through 14th this year. In this Crypto Astro Bali retreat, we're going to escape to the enchanting paradise island of Bali for a transformative crypto strategy and mindset mastery retreat to prepare for the greatest wealth building opportunity of our lives, I believe. Picture 7 days of pure bliss, surrounded by stunning natural beauty, delicious food, and a community of conscious, like-minded individuals such as yourself, eager to elevate their prosperity and lives to new heights. Immerse yourself in a holistic experience that combines the best of crypto education, mindset mastery, and personal growth. Delve deep into the world of crypto and astrology, learn from me and other experts here on the island, unlocking the secrets of the stars and the markets. Engage in what I really love to do is guided breath work, meditation, and also sound healing sessions to expand your mind and nurture your body. There's literally pyramids 10 minutes down the street, and they have these incredible sound healings and places to meditate and do breath work. It's incredible. Indulge in nourishing meals that will fuel your journey to success. Here in Bali, they actually have incredible food of all different types: vegan, vegetarian, Western, Indian, Thai food. Connect with fellow conscious investors and traders, forming valuable relationships and sharing insights that will propel your crypto and life journey forward. Explore Bali's wonders, from majestic waterfalls to ancient temples, and immerse yourself in the rich culture of this island paradise. That's one of the things I love most about Bali is the culture here. The people are incredible. They're some of the most hospitable and welcoming people I've ever met. All right, benefit from the wisdom of expert guest speakers that I'm going to have at this retreat in the fields of crypto, astrology, breathwork, and ancient wisdom. Clarify your vision and goals and receive the support and accountability needed to turn your dreams into a reality. So I've been saying this for a year now, but let's create a crystal clear vision of what you want to create in your life, your goals, and how can you use your crypto wealth to fund those goals and make your dreams a reality. Early bird tickets are now available. All right, guys, I spent weeks putting together the page that explains everything about this Bali retreat. When you sign up in March this month, you get the following bonuses: a complimentary one-on-one private session with me. All right, this is a 60-minute session where I'll dive deep into your personal astrology chart, and I'll also ask you about your crypto strategy for this year and beyond, and what your goals are. And I'll also look at specific themes that I see in your natal astrology chart that relate to your crypto, your investments, and your cash flow. I don't know anyone else that's doing this. It's extremely powerful. I'll help you cultivate a crypto strategy that makes you feel confident to succeed and maximize your profits in this crypto bull run. I'll also include 3 group coaching calls if you sign up this month. In these group coaching calls, you will come together as a group. In call number 1, we'll go over the Bitcoin astrology for 2024. We'll go through month by month what I'm seeing with the Bitcoin astrology, what the themes are this year, when are auspicious times to potentially make major decisions like buying or selling. This will be one of the most valuable things I'm offering with this package deal. Call number 2, we'll do a in-depth altcoin analysis to identify the strongest altcoins in this bull run that have the potential to 10x or 20x. I honestly don't know what could be more valuable than that in terms of maximizing your profits. Call number 3, we'll then go over your personal astrology, and I'll do a Q&A as well. And whoever we have time for, I can look at your personal astrology charts in much more depth. We can go month by month for this year and look at what specific themes you're dealing with this year. The astrology really goes deep and pinpoints exactly what kinds of things you're going to be facing this year, what kinds of challenges, what kinds of benefits, and we can dive into that in such detail. Early bird tickets are now available. Click the link below to check out all the information to sign up this month so you can get those bonuses that I've mentioned, and the prices will go up in April most likely. Now, time for what you've all been waiting for, the Bitcoin predictions for this lunar eclipse. So Bitcoin could experience a correction, I'm not counting that out, in mid-March to the end of March, around these eclipses. We do have the Saturn sextile the Bitcoin Sun and the Saturn sextile the Ethereum Pluto, which is positive though, so that suggests that any dump that happens will likely be bought up very quickly. Now the Fed is going to make a major decision on March 20th. It looks like the statistics are saying that they're most likely going to pause, and that's going to be very bullish for markets. But if things do change very quickly, if something crazy happens and they wind up cutting the rates, then prepare for a major market shift. However, I'm definitely going to buy any dips that we're seeing here. Like and share this video if you got value from this. Share it with a family member, a friend, someone who is a crypto investor and also interested in astrology. Subscribe, that's one of the most important things you can do when you're watching this channel so that we can get these messages out to more people. All right, thanks so much. Much love. Hope you're having a great day.